Good morning, Year 11. Welcome to Lesson 8 of the Design Technology Non-Exam Assessment. Today we're going to look at research conclusions. This is a really important part of your research because it actually gains you some of the really top marks to explain what you found out in your research. And it's where we analyse our information. So, what is a conclusion? A conclusion is a statement where we're going to explain what we've found out and our overall opinions on what we found out. What it isn't is it is not a statement saying what you've done. So it's not a statement saying, on this page I have looked at an existing product, or on this page I've made a mood board. I don't need to know what you've done, and that's clear to see. What we need to see here is how that is going to be useful to you moving forward. So there's a couple of different ways in which you can write a conclusion, which I'll come on to in the next slide. But in the main, for each page that you've completed of your research, which is your product analysis, your mood boards, your market research, related products, and client profile so far, I'd like you to try and produce 3 bullet points. Each bullet point needs to explain what key piece of information you have found out doing this page. It also needs to explain how that key piece of information is going to be useful for you and your project. So for example, it might be, I have found out that using stainless steel would be ideal for making my outdoor table because stainless steel doesn't rust and it's quite aesthetically pleasing. That's a useful piece of information for your project. Okay, so it's making sure you're identifying what's our key pieces of information that you found out and how is that going to help you with your project. That's what you need to do. It takes about 15 minutes maximum per page you have done. Now, how to put this onto a page? You've got a couple of options. One, you can make an entire page at the end of your research that's called Conclusion to Research page and write it all up in one page. I hate that, but it is a valid solution. I just don't like it. I prefer if we were to just write a small text box on each page to identify this is the conclusion to the page. So how I do this would be make a new text box, add a subheading in that text box saying conclusion, and then make that text box stand out. So maybe a coloured border or coloured fill. Okay. Then use the same style of conclusion box on every page. So it's really easy for you, me, the examiner, to look at your page and go, that's the conclusion. I can see the conclusion. I can give them some marks really quickly because I can identify the key learning already. And it just makes giving marks easy. It's about the psychology in there of pointing out, going, look, marks, give me marks. There's marks here. Sounds silly, but it actually works really effectively. On the next page, there is a quick waggle, okay, to show. So here's my waggle. The conclusion box is really clear, it's in blue. This student will have put their conclusion box in blue on every single research page. And if you read through that, you should see they've made it really clear what they've learned from that page and how that's going to be useful to their project. Okay, and that is how to add conclusions to each of your pages. So it's just the research pages, maybe take a maximum of 15 minutes per page. There you go. All the best. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.